So today we're going to be playing a game called Plague Inc., which is a game that was made in 2012, and it basically just shows how viruses spread and how, obviously, during this pandemic, the COVID virus has and will spread. It's quite a brutal game, and you have to play as the virus, but it's very educational. I just thought it'd be fun to play. Right, so we're going to pick virus. Yeah, there's our virus. Let's go. Normal we're going to pick, and we're going to call it Covid-19. Welcome to Plague Inc. You are a new virus. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world. This evolution thing is, seems to have been bothering people, you understand, because they think a virus is intelligent if it has adaptability. Luckily, in my house when I was younger, we only had two big books. We had the Bible and we had Darwin's Theory of Evolution. And I used to read that a lot when I was a kid. There's one story that always sort of resonated with me. Wait, we got to pick our starting location. Let's be mean and pick the UK. Covid-19 begins in the UK. Covid-19 has infected its first human. Weak, but used to cold temperatures, it must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. Right, let's go. Yeah, so the thing with evolution, virus disease type. Covid-19 is a virus. This means that it randomly mutates rapidly and can be hard to control. It costs DNA points to devolve. Right, the main thing about that is, I'm going to play as a talk. The more people any virus or anything can infect, the more chance it has for adaptability. I remember in the book I told you about, Charles Darwin's Theory of Evolution, that I used to read when I was a child. I'm going to fast forward this as a talk. There was one story about a particular moth that had a certain colour grade, which wasn't quite purple, it wasn't quite brown. So all the brown moths died, and all the purple moths died. And the ones that were slightly in between, they didn't, because they had the same shade as one of the trees that were in the forest. So that one survived. It's not intelligence, that's just adaptability. Anemia symptoms mutated. COVID is mutated, developed anemia. Okay, that means it's getting involved with blood. We have successfully evolved Covid-19. You've spent DNA points to evolve your disease. We've not, it's just evolved naturally, as these things can. Because, as I said, because if there's a hole in anybody's defence, there'll be so many. If the population, valve time slower than thought. Researchers have calculated that it takes longer than expected for radioactive fluids with half-life of 3 years to pass through valves. I don't know what that's got to do with the disease. Right, we have enough evolved points. Let's make our first mutation. We're going to change the transmission. We're going to make it more airborne. We're also going to change the symptom, and we're going to make it, we're going to bring coughing in, because the chance of infection then of spreading through coughing gets there. Right, let's go. Medicine in the UK slowing the infection. Okay, so the medicine from the UK now is starting to push back. But because we've made it cough, it started to spread. Cyst symptom mutated, that's interesting. Oh, it's probably because it's involved with the blood. Now, as you can see, let me slow this down. This is taking into account fair air and airport travel. In the world, only 100 people, just over 100 people have been infected. And in the UK, it's 104. Yeah, it's about, only the UK have been affected up to now. So we have to make it a little bit more transmissible. How are we going to do that? Let me have a look at the transmission. I would say it'd be a good idea then to pass it through. We're going to make it really airborne. So this now will give the organism the ability to survive suspended in air, which is kind of like the real COVID. Let's fast forward this again. Now we've got hundreds. And now nausea's mutated, that's good as well, because if people are sick, it means it'll pass out. No one's dead yet, and we don't want them to die just yet. We want it just to pass a little bit, and then we're going to mutate it again. Make it a little more lethal. Okay, now we've got 1,000, now we're doing some numbers. And now we're in Spain. It must be from a flight. The UK celebrates the Festival of Love, fans praise the replacement for International Kissing Day. Critics question hygiene standards. Now we're in thousands, good. Right, now it's more transmissible. Let's make one of the symptoms insomnia. Also, we've got hypersensitivity, we've got cysts, we've got abscesses, systemic infections, tumours, no, haemophilia, no. Not a rash. Let's give now sneezing. This will make it a bit more transmissible. We don't want it to be too deadly either. Now it's developed paranoia, which is good. Tip: Covid-19 becoming scary. No one's dead yet. But now what we're going to do is, now we have 50 evolution points, now we've passed on to enough people, we have enough mutagens to start adapting. So now I'm going to make the transmission slightly worse we're still only in cold regions, so I'm going to spread it with pigeons, and I'm going to spread it with water, and then I'm going to make one more of the symptom just a little bit worse again. I'm going to make it vomiting. Also, don't really want to make a pulmonary edema yet. We're going to make diarrhea happen soon. Okay, watch the spread now. We've infected more people than TB, and now we have the first death. Now I'm going to start ramping up the severity of the symptoms. 100 people dead. Oh wow, it's spreading really quickly now. UK has started to work on a cure. It's more infectious than HIV. Symptom combo: sneezing and diarrhea are causing unwanted accidents, lowering productivity and drawing attention to COVID. Right now, I'm going to make it lethal. So now we're going to involve dysentery and insanity. This is just again to aid the spread, and then I'm going to start attacking the organs a little better. UK shuts down land borders. Pneumonia symptom is mutated on its own, didn't have to buy that one. Right, let's have a look. Now there's 170,000 people dead, and we've infected 70 million in the UK. Now is the time to really ramp up the severity of the mutation. So now I'm going to give us pulmonary fibrosis and total organ failure. Now we're going to see a lot of deaths. Right? Fast forward. COVID has been placed on the watch list. It's killing people very fast now. Korea begins to break down. Nothing new there. Killed more people than the Black Death. More infectious than the common cold. Killed more people than the Spanish flu. Now Germany is leading the global cure effort. Interesting, right? Right, now I'm going to make its abilities. So we've not even gone to this yet. Now I'm going to make it more cold resistant. And I'm going to make it more heat resistant. And I'm going to make it slightly drug resistant. And viral instability means it will randomly mutate more often. So I'm going to give it a little bit of that too. I'm going to keep the rest of the DNA points for the last push of death. China's in anarchy. Right, now I'm going to add a few more symptoms. I'm going to make it transmission. I'm going to make it mosquito based now. And I'm going to add even more heat resistance. Now this should take us really across the globe. And now I'm also going to add coma and immune suppression. And now the world is pretty much fucked. COVID genes have been manipulated by scientists. WHO researchers say that this breakthrough will help cure the efforts. The COVID-19 cure is 25% complete and we've killed 2 billion people. Well, now they're really flying about. I'm going to bring a bit more of a mutation in. We've killed nearly 5 billion people. Now I'm going to bring paralysis and seizures, and I'm going to make it mutate again, and I'm going to make genetic hardening happen, because now they're creating a vaccine, and this should give us a bit more time. $5 billion, $6 billion, $7 billion. Hemorrhaging shock symptom mutated. Nearly 7 billion people. The whole world's locked down now, it seems. The USA has remained partially symptom free. COVID-19 killed all its hosts, but some healthy people survived. Now let's have a look. So 630 days, not long after people had started dying. I'd spread it around a lot before then. 6,500,000,800,000 people died, and there was 620,000 people left remaining in the world. I didn't kill the world, I got close. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a small video and a good game to show you and put you in the place of the virus and show you how these things operate and work. Until next time, JCB.